amazing to see so many people here today. The most I've seen here in a long time, 1,500 people. This is just an incredible number. So well done to everybody for being here today. This week, the Cork PSC were part of the IPSC, the Ireland Palestine Solidarity Campaign, and they asked for all the small county groups to show up today. So I'm going to do a quick roll call of the county groups, just to see if we've got everyone here. And if you're from there, you didn't know there's a group there, you got to find them, you got to get in touch. But I know Ballincollig are here. Where's Ballincollig? Ballincollig, week in, week out. I think you've had 100 weeks in Ballincollig as well, haven't you? Find Ballincollig and join them. We've got Bandon. Is anyone here from Bandon today? Where's Bandon? We've got Charleville. We're here from North Cork and Charleville. Clonakilty representing the West. Where's Clonakilty? I know Dominic was here earlier. Cove. We've got Lily from Cove. We've got Anderson. Where's Cove? Represented on the flotilla as well as here in Cork today. Fermoy. Who's here from Fermoy? I know I saw Dermot earlier. There's the banner around. Keep coming, guys. There's still space. Keep making space. Keep moving down. There's still people joining us. Kinsale, my own group. Where's my group? Where's Kinsale? Woo! We've got Macroom. Here we go. Where are they represented? Mallow. Again, welcome to North Cork. All in alphabetical order before anyone takes a minute. We've got Mallow. Middleton. Where's Middleton? And West Cork. West Cork made up. We've got Skibbereen, Bantry, Beara, Shirkin, everywhere. West Cork represents every week. Every week. And finally, Youghal out in East Cork. Where's Youghal? Woo! Across the county, in our thousands, in our millions. We are all Palestinians. We've had such beautiful events and marches and rallies for Cork over the last 2 years. And yesterday I have to give a call out to our comrades in Youghal. They were honoured to be the first town in Cork to host the magnificent Craftivist crochet blanket for Palestine. It's a labour of love, created by crafters across Ireland. And I'm going to quote Martina here from Middleton on Instagram. Spanning 40 metres and consisting of 2,300 crocheted squares, each representing 10 Palestinian children who've been slaughtered by Israel over the last 100 weeks. This is an incredible piece, and we're honoured to have it in Cork, and hopefully, keep an eye out, you will see it coming to an event near you very soon. There's more to that coming. I'd say last week in Kinsale we had a peace walk with over 200 people joining us as we walked from the river, from the Bandon River to the Dock Beach, finishing with a powerful meditation on the sand there by Laila Dajani, who's a local Palestinian woman we have in Kinsale. And we're pretty lucky here in Cork particularly that we have all of these events. And not only that, but generally, particularly for our walk last week, we have the support of our local Gardaí. So when we do walks and events, the Gardaí are here doing rolling road closures or whatever it might be. And actually even last week someone fell on our walk and the guard jumped in to take care of them, and when they resisted, they didn't want any help. He even offered to go back and switch his Garda car for an unmarked Garda car. This is not necessarily to compliment the Gardaí, although we do appreciate the comforts we have here. What this is to say is, what a stark contrast that is to the experience of our comrades in the UK and across Europe, okay? So we know, unfortunately, we've seen brutality from our own police here. If you go to Shannon Airport, if you go protest outside the Dáil, so we're not without our own challenge here. But I want to highlight, look at the support we do have for so many of the activities we do. And the theme for today's rally is, they call it terrorism, we call it solidarity. And I have a statement here to read on behalf of Tony Greenstein of the Jewish Network for Palestine in the UK. I need some water first. One second.
You like protests?
On behalf of Tony Greenstein of Jewish Network for Palestine. Comrades, I am pleased to send this solidarity message to you on behalf of myself and Jewish Network for Palestine. Today, hundreds, if not thousands of people will congregate in Parliament Square, holding up signs that say, I support Palestine action, I oppose genocide. Many of them will be arrested by the police because opposition to genocide is fast becoming illegal in Britain. Shame. Israel's genocide in Gaza, then nothing would happen to them.
Insane.
The Metropolitan Police has done its best to harass and criminalise opponents of Israel's genocide, in which the British government is complicit, whilst giving their support to the dwindling number of genocide supporters. I have personally been arrested and face terrorism charges for having supported the right of the Palestinian resistance to oppose the IDF and the apartheid state's occupation. The stance of the British government towards the Palestinian resistance is no different from that of the Nazis towards the French and Polish resistance during the war. They are complicit in all aspects of this genocide, including supplying arms and providing intelligence via the RAF. However, the decision of Starmer and Yvette Cooper to prescribe Palestine Action as a terrorist organisation has backfired. Most people understand that it is not Palestine Action, but Elbit's arms factories that are guilty of terrorism against the Palestinian people. I wish to bring solidarity and greetings to you from Jewish Network for Palestine and myself, Tony Greenstein. Now, it's not just in the UK that we're seeing activists being arrested. You may remember Kitty O'Brien, the Irish activist from the Irish Bloc Berlin, our brave comrade, recently visited and spoke in Skibbereen, actually, so has a Cork connection there. They were violently attacked and arrested by police in Germany for protesting for Palestine recently. They have suffered not only a broken nose and a black eye that you might have seen on the viral video of the arrest, but their arm was also so badly broken that they required surgery and now suffer nerve damage. So they have still not yet healed from military attack. So I have a short excerpt to read from Kitty's post on Instagram this week. I think it's important for us all to hear. For 2 years now, we've been bracing for the moment someone is killed by the German state on our streets. For us, it's not a question of if, but when. And that won't change unless there's international pressure and global attention on Germany, because the vast majority of the German public sure as hell isn't going to do anything about it. I want to make it clear, this is not about me, and it's not about the Irish bloc. We take our lead from our Palestinian siblings, both in Berlin and in Palestine, whose strength, resilience and courage far surpass anything found in the entire bodies of Nazi fascists in riot gear or in suits. So we are lucky here in Ireland for how we get to act and operate in our events. Unless we're at Shannon Airport or at the Dáil, we don't live in the fear of violence. We don't live in the fear of aggression. But we cannot take that comfort for granted. We need to make use of it. We need to be as loud and as public and as powerful as we can. Take full advantage of the advantages we have. So my invitation for us all today is, how can we be a little bit braver? For some people, maybe the first time you showed up here at one of the rallies, that felt like an act of bravery. But how can we go further? After 100 weeks, how can we go further? How can we draw inspiration from our fellow activists around the world? How can we use our position here to make a meaningful difference? And speaking of a meaningful difference, I'm delighted that we have John Spillane here. His music is not only beautiful, but has such a meaningful message. So I'm going to invite John Spillane up here to play music to close out the rally. Thank you so much.